Hello, everyone. Welcome to Just with Chris. Yeah, Arizot. So things are going pretty good for me today. I don't know. My chess game has kind of been up and down in the past week or two. Still trying to work out the kinks of learning this new system, attacking weak squares and whatnot. But other than that, that's really been the only problem with me lately. Things have been going well. I'm planning a trip in July, so there's going to be a week in July coming up soon where I'm not going to have any streams. So you have to deal with almost 2 weeks without Just with Chris, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll be out of town those days, and then yeah. Anyway, let's just dive into chess here really quick. I'm gonna start with a quick 10-minute game, and see where we go from there. So I'm in the 10-minute pool. Should get a game here. There we go. Okay, I'm playing against Dollar. Paired up quite a bit actually. That's kind of cool. So here we go. No enjoyment for me. Okay. So he's playing the Queen's Gambit. I also play the Queen's Gambit. Okay. Bishop d6. Castles. See, I don't play like this as white. This will be interesting. Queen c2 is normal. But with this and this, I generally play for e4. So rook e8. Again, I'll play for e5 same as I do as white. Because that opens up this diagonal for him. Maybe I should think twice about that. So weak squares. Interesting. Okay, I'll drop this. I could drop it all the way back, but I don't know where his king's going yet. If his king was already castled this way, this might be an idea. I think for now I'm just going to go back to c7. So I'm trying something new with the audio. It should sound okay. Like you can hear my mic, you can hear the game, you can hear the music on stream anyway. But I'm doing something fancy with OBS so that I'm not actually recording the music, so that I can actually upload the entire stream without music in the future, maybe to YouTube or to Twitch itself. So that should help with the VODs, because I've been noticing my VODs being muted lately from the copyrighted music. So with me being able to record the entire game without the music, it should help out a lot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to be able to upload that content. Although it might look kind of funny with me dancing to the music. Here I am bobbing my head, and then later there's not going to be any music for me to be bobbing my head to. Whatever. If there's interest in song requests, we'll turn that on. Otherwise, we'll just keep jamming to this this trance radio thing that I started. For now, this works for me. Okay, so he just took here. So this pawn becomes a little bit of an issue for him. Hmm. And he castles queenside. Well, that's where all his pieces are. I guess it makes sense. So with opposite sides castling, he's going to pawn storm me. But maybe I can do that first. Like if I start with this move, and he takes here. I don't know. I'm considering this move first. Kind of opens up his rook though. Okay, opposite sides castling. I mean, the only plan is to launch a pawn storm and hope yours does damage first. So I have to play like that. It's the only plan in order to win this position. I kind of want to get this move in just to have some space for my light squared bishop, because with the pawns rolling, this bishop could have duty, on e6, and the bishop's pointing on adjacent diagonals would be really good. So I think I'll start off right away with just a tempo on this pawn. The queen looks better on this square, and he has to do something about this pawn. Yeah, no, he's going to use his pieces to attack me on the king side, and also to help him defend on the queen side. But yeah, he definitely wants to do stuff like move his knight this way to help support the pawns. The bishops are already placed nicely to focusing on my king side. But yeah, he probably wants to reroute his knight somewhere like this. Okay, I guess I'm completely wrong. He wants his knight to be way over here. Okay, so hmm. So I feel like his dark square bishop is more important to him than mine is to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that trade. Yeah, yeah. He's trying to defend his pawn, but I would have done this if I was white. Okay. So now let's start with b6. Again, putting more pressure here. I just want to create lines to his king. Be able to put my rook here, for example. I'm still not sure where this bishop needs to end up, so keep him back for a little while. I'm threatening to win a pawn. I guess there are a couple of different ways he could defend again with the knight, or he could push. Oh, so he's just giving me the pawn now. Okay, I'll take it. I'll probably give it right back, just to open up this line. Want my rook right here. Okay, so pawn here is my immediate idea. You can't take with either piece just because it's defended by a pawn. But so you'd have to take this way and open up the b file first. I suppose his other option is just to move his bishop. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we're opening up lines to his king successfully. Go team. So I like coming here with the knight because this would be tempo on my knight, and then he has ideas of like checking here. So knight here actually is a threat. Well, it's actually not a threat, right? Because queen protects it, but it makes it so that this move is not a tempo, in the very least. And I can start to reroute the knight towards his king. So this feels like a good move. Let's go ahead and try that. Suppose queen here would make that a threat. So I've been trying to focus on weak squares in my studying. That's not up there. So there, 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 there. Lots to choose from, especially over on the king side, which is really good for me. Okay, so he's taking that off. I will go ahead and take with the pawn. Queen trade doesn't seem good. My king is a lot safer than his. So this blocks this diagonal. He no longer has bishops pointing at my king, which is great for me. I'm really happy about that. What would you play here if you went queen a4? Queen a4. Last move. If he had gone here. Yeah. Well, so that leads to a fork. So I would win the exchange. Queen a4. Ruslan Ponomarev is finding me. All right, nice. Well, that's cool. I think I'm following him too. Okay. Okay, so he's preparing to double on the D file. I think I'm gonna develop my bishop. Maybe consider coming out on the B file probably. I'm gonna push A5 as well. A5, A4, A3 in a perfect world. Let's see. Let's start with that actually. See where that goes. Maybe bishop here. Not sure. Actually, I'm looking at that queen a4 move again. Because he could take here, attacking my rook. So it's not that simple. But I think on queen takes, I would go here, and then it would work. I could take his rook the next move. Okay, so back to the position. All right, so I saw that in this situation, I could go here. And then he can't take my pawn because I take his knight. So let's go ahead and enter on the weakness. Let's check. You can't block with the queen again. I take his knight. Vegan. Yeah, Ruslan Parliament. I know, he's a grandmaster. He's another streamer here on Twitch. I realize that. If you haven't checked out Ruslan's stream, it's actually really he does some cool stuff there. I like his commentary while he's playing. Okay, now rook check seems an obvious thing. I think we'd have to come back with a knight. Not sure. Maybe I have some pressure there. I can double up the rooks of my own, something like that. Okay, so just going into the corner. Oh, the pawn is defended by the rook the whole time. Okay. So if I go here, I stop that, but he still can't take, right, because of the knight. Bishop here doesn't really do anything. I'm just trying to connect my rooks mostly. What other attacking type ideas I have? Rook here threatens to win a piece. That would be nice after this rook, is ready to jump in on the b file. But if I don't do something active, he's going to play rook b1. Let's do this right now. I hope my queen's not getting trapped. Doesn't look like it. It's not right now. After he moves the knight, this bishop move would become a tempo. I mean, unless he moves it here. Which I guess he might. He might do that. But I like the fact that he's defending instead of attacking me over here. This is good news. We're getting down to like a minute left each. So, oh wow. Oh, I can't take that, right? It's checkmate. Wow. Okay, so bishop here probably. So now I have two different things I'm threatening. Okay, I don't see how he saves this knight now. Oh my god. Yeah, I just got checkmated. Unbelievable. All right, let's look at that analysis here. I choked at the end there, but I felt like I had a good position. Let's look at this. First of all, the opening. So let's do the computer analysis thing. And where's my opening book? There we go. Switch to this so you guys can see it better. Okay, so yeah. He played knight f3, which is one of the best moves for white. And then I played e6, bishop. Okay, so he played e3, which is fine. These two are the main moves. I had someone play queen c2 against me recently. That's a rough line. It looks. I mean, the stats make it look good for black, but I didn't know how to play it. He ended up playing g4 and all kinds of crazy stuff. All right, so The knight bd7 is the main move, which I finally learned. And then he played queen c2, which is normal. Bishop d6, good. All right, so b3. b3 is the sideline, looks good for white. And then I'm supposed to castle, which I did, good. Okay, so rook here is not, well, it's playable, I guess. But yeah, e5 immediately is better. Should remember that. Okay, so we're out of book. And yeah, the Stockfish likes me. And it likes me for a long time, actually. Right before I hung mate, apparently I was winning by like -4. Wow. So all I had to do was save my rook, go here. And what's the computer line? Rook c2? Looks like he can't save his knight. So what happens if he tries to like move here, for example? Go bishop takes. Queen takes. Why would you do that? What happens if, oh, if knight takes, you have rook queen check here. Ooh, that's so nasty. That's so cool that I didn't even need this rook. I mean, I would have put him here. Which I guess I would have been fine too. I wonder why Stockfish doesn't like this move. Let's see, now it's only -3. Because, yeah, he's threatening checkmate again. So with the queen back here next to the king, there's no threats. So rook c2 to defend the pawn, and then you take the piece. Yeah, so I'm just a rook up now. No, I'm a piece up. Piece up. And, you know, it's king safety. Wow. I was so close. I had such good chances here. Boy. Okay. Well, good game. What's his name? Daller. All right, so let's go back to the play tab. I'm gonna click another 10-minute button. Actually, we're getting close to the 3 o'clock hour. You know what? I'm gonna go to the tournament section really quick and see what's going on. Yeah, so we have a Rapid Arena coming up. Oh, that's under 1500. Oh, there's a daily Rapid Arena. Yeah, so I'm gonna join this actually. Yeah, I don't have time. I don't have time to play this guy. Sorry, man. Okay, so we're gonna be competing in this daily Rapid Arena. So right now I'm seated at the very, very bottom of this tournament. Oh wait, no I'm not. There's 51 people. I'm on the second page. Okay, good. Yeah, there's so positions that can swing like that are called sharp. So a sharp position is one that can swing both ways, even with the smallest mistake. And they're called sharp, right? Because you're like riding. If I can show this, like you're riding a knife's edge along the main line of all the best moves, and the instant someone falls off to the side, the game just like drops down the side of the knife. So it's a sharp position. So all right, so how much time do we have? We have 7 minutes. I think I'm gonna try to do a puzzle while we're waiting on the tournament to start. Yeah, puzzle or two. Okay, so here we are. I'm kind of in my Jerry mode. Let me go into let's go into puzzle mode. Here we go. So we can see the chat and the moves and the board, nice and big. All right, so he just took my pawn here. Wow. So I guess the question is, can I take the rook here? I mean, he takes my rook, right? But then I take his knight, and I'm a piece up. Hey, Rick. Hey, welcome back. So my instinct is to just take here. I've been trying to like play these puzzles a little bit more. You know, not trying to calculate everything. Just gonna play what the move that I would play, right? Okay, so he takes here. I was gonna take the knight, and then I'm a piece up. Or yeah, I'm just a piece up, and I don't see anything. Like he can't take my pawn or my bishop or anything. So Okay. So what do I do about this? He's starting to win a pawn here. I wonder if just defending it with the rook is enough. It seems like the only way I can defend it. I can't advance or take. I lose my bishop. So let's play rook d1. Okay. And again, I would just take back with the bishop. If you take back with the rook, you lose your bishop or you lose the rook even. Yeah, so we go back this way. Okay. All right, so that was a relatively easy puzzle. Okay, so he just took what? He took a pawn there. All right, there's a potential discovery here, but right now the knight can't really do anything worthwhile. So if I move my knight, I just lose my bishop at the moment. Wonder if the knight could threaten to do something. Oh, actually, yeah, knight here threatens to win the queen. So yeah, he loses the bishop in that sense because he has to. Well, no, because the bishop can come back and defend. Suppose there I would take with the queen and threaten mate and the. Yeah, this looks like a good move, even if it doesn't win the queen. Because it forces him to defend. I feel like queen here, bishop back. Queen takes. And I'm threatening mate. I'm threatening the fork, and then mate following. It's got to be right. Okay, so he defends it this way. Oh yeah, so that doesn't allow queen takes. That's actually better. So then I just take the bishop now. Okay, but do I take it with the knight or do I take it with the bishop? Probably with the bishop is better. But then again, the knight is tempo on the rook. Hey, Rick. Well, actually, there's a command for that. Let's check. Only half an hour. Okay. Um. So I just want to take the bishop, but I can't decide why one of these captures would be better than the other. So the bishop here looks more active on this diagonal than it does here. But here the knight has tempo on the rook. You know, the rook has to move, so maybe this is better for maintaining the initiative. Um. So bishop takes. I'm leaning towards bishop takes just for the activity. And also, I guess it prevents, like h6, bishop can just step back and take. Yeah, let's do that way. Okay. Computer doesn't like that move. So this one apparently was much better for some reason. Okay, so what's wrong with? I always have to go back with the analysis board and understand why in situations like this. So the computer says the evaluation is equal here. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, you guys can only see the second, third, and fourth lines. Oh no, you can see the main line actually. Yeah, this 0.5 is the engine evaluation here of the whole position. So, sorry, not taking viewer challenges today. I'm going to be playing in a tournament here that starts in about 1 minute. So just real quickly, I just want to see. So the engine recommendation is C4, and then I'm losing the knight. That's why the queen has to hang out with the knight in this variation, but he can't, right? So the knight has to go here to force a concession or something. So it likes knight d2 check, and then you take, and then you have to save the queen. Queen d8. Yeah, so just lose the knight for nothing. In that case, I didn't see c4 when I was considering whether or not to do one of these moves. So that's why the knight move is better. And it's not because it's tempo on the rook, right? It's just because the knight is loose there, with it being attacked
10,
and defended once.
9, 8,
All right.
7,
So the
6,
Rapid Arena is
5,
starting.
4, 3,
So here we
2,
go. I'm
1.
seated. Where am I? Well, I didn't see. Standing. Well, I'm not in the top 20. All right. D4. All right. Oh, and he's it's rare to see a berserk on the first pairing, because usually the first pairing is the one that's the most equal. We're never going to get anyone that's closer to our rating, hardly. Yeah, so this guy's gambling a lot. I should be able to use my time here and take advantage of this. I think it's where I've gotten most of my highest rated wins, is when people berserk me. So I'm capable of beating a 2000, even higher when I slow down. All right. So I'll play e4 because he's let me. Normally, so he's gone into a King's Indian. Normally I would have my pawn on c4 and I play f3. I think I can still play f3 even with the pawn not on c4. Let's try it and see what happens. It wouldn't be like a normal same-ish, but it'll still have the same ideas. It's kind of cool actually. With the pawn on c3, I could get my bishop out this way, which is more active than it would normally be in the same-ish. So he's playing modern. The knight is has delayed coming out. All right, so I'm gonna play bishop e3. That's interesting. So this is his good bishop, right? I mean, his central pawns are on dark squares, and he wants to trade it off right away. Huh. Not sure why. I guess he's trying to simplify the position, being low on time. Like you can see he's pre-moving. Like, yeah, he's pre-moved almost every move here, right? If he wants to simplify, he's gonna have to take my knight. Not willing to let him. Not willing to let him trade off the light square bishops just like that. It's kind of awkward, actually. My knight's having to go like this. All right, so I think queen here makes the development of this rook, or sorry, this knight a little bit tricky. I block with my king. Yeah, no. Okay, so he's taking my knight, giving me the bishop pair. That's good news for me. So I can actually enter this weak square here right away. Even before I castle, because otherwise he's probably gonna play c5 and be able to defend that square easily. But right now, it seems like a nice place for my queen, because he can't attack it with a minor piece. Like here he loses the knight, and here he loses the rook. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that. Okay, and this just, again, it seems positionally wrong to me, because he has a dark squared bishop. He wants his pawns on light squares, not dark squares. So I'm just going to fix these pawns in the center. All right, and then I can put my bishop here against the rook. Maybe I should castle. I don't know, he might play a5 and make this move a little bit more awkward. So let's go ahead and do that. It comes with tempo. He has to move the rook. Yeah, so he wanted to move his knight here, right? But now he can't. All right, so now I can castle. If I play bishop here, he can force the trade of queens. He may end up being able to do that anyway. Like, you know, even bishop back here, queen here, I can't do anything with my queen. Maybe that was kind of the drawback of playing like this. I could play queen here, and then if he trades, then that might avoid a queen trade. That's probably better than the alternative. I'd rather have the queens on the board and then not have this bishop, as opposed to keeping my bishop and then trading the queens. I don't know. Maybe it's better, actually. Having the queen trade, you know, and having the light square. I mean, these squares are still weak, even if the queens aren't on the board. Yeah, so just hang the bishop back for a little while. I'm not sure he wants to trade queens. Yeah, okay, so apparently he does. All right, so I'll take there, and then push his knight somewhere. Like, he can't go back to this natural square. So now he has to go somewhere a little bit weird. Yeah. So like knight here doesn't look good. All right, now bishop here looks strong. Can nestle in this way, control all these squares. Tempo on this knight. We're starting to get a little bit more even on time. So bishop here, he has knight back. So let's not do that right away. Okay, I guess that's a temptation to take, but that would be wrong because his knight comes in that way. I think I'm gonna move my rook over to the queen side. Probably this way. I want to support this advance. And I need to defend this pawn. I was considering rook here, but I need to support my pawn. Okay, so he's thinking about preparing this move, I guess. Okay, now I can play here actually because knight back doesn't work. Oh no, it does actually because this is guarded. All right, let's guard my pawn. He still can't play this move. He has to play back here and then play this. Actually, knight here falls. That's a problem. He can't play that way. Yeah, so knight here, the bishop here, and he has to come back. Okay, now I can continue with my c-pawn advance. So we're pretty even on time now. And I really feel like I've gotten something for my time here. I've got more space. I've got the bishop pair. He's got a bad bishop. All right. Okay, so that trade actually means his knight can come out, which I didn't think about too much. I should be okay though. His knight's pinned at the moment. He can't really even challenge my bishop, right? Because I just take his knight. Okay. Actually, so now the c5 break is impossible, right? Because I've lost the b pawn. That's unfortunate. So maybe knight here, and then the idea of this. I think I'll just play my rook here to prepare this. Don't want to lose this bishop. Where's that knight going? He has to go back, right? Hmm. Yeah, I think so too, Spring Horse. I worked hard to get that bishop there. I don't have the bishop pair anymore. That's unfortunate. So now we're in kind of like a basically a drawn endgame, especially if the rooks come off. Yeah. So I can force the rooks off here, and then it's just a draw. I don't really know how to play for an advantage at this point. It's pretty equal. I don't know. Maybe he'll step back to defend the pawn or something. Like, how does he defend this pawn? Actually, yeah, I'm thinking about it now. Actually, rook here would be a blunder. That would be bad. Um, hmm. Let's move the king first. I'm not sure what his king plans to accomplish on my side of the board, but it's not going to do anything. This is totally a draw, even with the extra pawn that he has. It's a draw. And now I'm gonna win on time. Like, okay, we just threefold repetition. I didn't wanna push for the. I mean, it's 16 seconds, but yeah, no thanks. I don't feel like pushing for that win. All right, so 1 point on the board. This guy's already played 3 games. Jeez. Am I gonna get a game? There we go. Yoda. 1200 player. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot on the line here, and he berserks me. I should be the one berserking him, but okay. Aha. All right, so I had the bishop pair. And he doesn't castle. It's too bad I can't punish it. Like this would be really strong, but he comes in here with check. Maybe queen here. Maybe he comes here next, trying to prove this weakness. I would just play bishop here, I think. Yeah, I'll play bishop here and then castle next. He can't really attack this pawn anymore. Whoa, that's aggressive. I will take a free piece. And that queen move does nothing. Uh, okay, so I mean, I guess he's stopping me from castling, kind of, but I just put my rook here and my king here and I'm castled, you know? He doesn't have any pieces developed to start attacking with. Like, I don't agree with that knight sack at all. Okay, I'm castled. Nice knight sacrifice you got there, buddy. No, tournaments are for all ratings. It's not only for strong players, that's for sure. Especially when you're young, you know? Like tournaments are the way to get to improve, you know, like the way to improve. Because you have a higher chance of being paired up with someone, you know, really good that you can learn a lot from. Yeah, you got to think though, the people who are, you know, have a bigger number, they're just people, you know, just like you and me. Um, they probably just play, you know, a few more chess games, but they can blunder the same as the rest of us. I mean, it happens to everybody. The higher rated players. Okay, so knight back here is a mate threat, and it also bothers the rook, so he has to deal with both of those. So I'll leave it to him how he deals with that. You are not people. You refuse to take part. That's funny. Okay, now this looks strong here. Just taking the pawn, and it should be checkmate. Yeah, I really should have berserked this guy. It's too bad. Looks like I have a smothered mate if he'll let me do it. King here, knight here. Yeah, I mean, there's probably more than one way to mate him, but this is the most beautiful, the most beautiful of all the checkmates, in my opinion. It's called Smothered Mate. It's a favorite among a lot of chess players, I guess. So I'll demonstrate it here. GG. Back to tournament. Cobra-san. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Arizat. Hey, Bacon Moon. Welcome back. I think I remember you from a previous stream. Okay, so it's a Slav. I play knight c3. Semi-Slav. Now I always want to go into the Botvinnik. I've never played the white side of the Botvinnik system, so let's see if he wants to do this. Nope, nope. He's too afraid to take the pawn. Botvinnik system is so complex. It's so crazy. I played it on the black side a couple times. Never played the white side of it. Okay, so I think it's just d3 here now. Where'd you go, Bacon Moon? So now I can double up this guy's pawns just by taking here. Create some weaknesses. Okay, so now knight back attacks the pawn. He has to play like this, probably. I don't know. I mean, it's the only real. This is an option for the knight, I guess. Then he plays here, and I have to go back this way. And actually, my knight's dead, so that's not an option. Don't want to lose my knight like that. So let's come back calmly, collectively. All right. So here I was thinking maybe f3. He undoubles at that point, just by taking. But it frees up my knight, and maybe I can go here. It's a nice square for the knight, actually. And if he doesn't take, then I'm probably taking here and winning a pawn. So this improves my knight quite a bit. Okay, so I'm just winning a pawn now. Yeah, so just take this way. Oh wait, he has this check. Oh, but knight back. Okay, that was close. I was thinking, take the pawn for free. It's free, right? But then he's got this queen check. But I just realized, my knight's not protected, so I have to block one way or the other. It's probably still okay for me. So the question is, do I put the knight here or here? I feel like here's better because then I can kick the queen away and then play like bishop g2, then maybe even castle. Yeah, it seems like a plan. Okay, now I have to defend my rook, right? Or I have to defend my knight. Actually, no. I could just continue with my plan of g3, attacking the queen. Say queen back here, then I would probably have to defend and go like this, or this, or this. Yeah. So I don't want to develop my queen. Probably here. It's looks like the best square for my queen right now. There's also this because I'm considering moving my bishop to the long diagonal. So queen here makes some sense too. But this diagonal is cooler, I think, than this one. Just looking at those two, right? So queen c2 it is. It does leave this pawn undefended though. That's the only thing. It's really kind of my main liability in this position. So maybe queen e2 is more accurate because it holds all the pawns, whereas this only holds like these two. Okay, so is that a threat? Like, he doesn't have this move, right? My queen just takes it. So it's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to continue with my plan and try to castle. Oh, I see. He can take twice with the queen. All right, so maybe I have to deal with that. Knight here looks interesting. Maybe it picks up this pawn, actually. Because this queen's got to move, right? This guy's playing so super fast. Okay, now I just take here. Okay, so it's defended enough, right? Thanks for the host, Last. I appreciate that. So he's no longer threatening to win a pawn, so I can actually could just play bishop g2 here. Although it becomes more difficult to castle, right? Because his rook stops me from castling. Maybe I should consider queenside. That would lose a pawn right now. All right, just bishop g2 then. It looks precarious. Okay, so he's trading. It looks a little bit scary with the queen and rook, but they're not, you know, the square isn't protected by black, right? So, all right, starting this pawn doesn't really do much. I really want a castle, so I guess I play here to shield. I mean, that defends my knight, and it helps me castle. Isn't this the guy that sacked a knight against me? What? Wait, isn't this the guy that sacked the knight? No, it's a different game. Okay. All right, I'm confused. I was gonna say I'm not a piece up. All right, but okay, bishop f3. Yeah. All right, I'm up to the mountains in the snow. Nice. All right, so bishop takes, only move. Oh my god, and now this works. All right. I can check to block, so that's useful. I'm glad I had that move. All right, now I need to get my king out of dodge, like as fast as possible. Ooh. Yeah, I mean he's probably just winning a piece here, even after I move my king. Because I don't see a good way to defend my bishop. Like this way, it doesn't work, right? Let's try something like this. Yeah. And now if I take it, it comes with check. I was thinking, you know, he couldn't leave the back rank because of mate, but it actually comes with check, so he's just fine here. And he's used less than a minute on his clock. Are you guys seeing this? How did this guy beat me using less than a minute on the clock? It's something to behold. I sat here for 7 minutes trying to think of the best moves. It's kind of humbling. Okay, that's too much. Again with the berserks, you'll find them a lot in these rapid time controls. In these tournaments with the longer games, I guess almost everyone's in a berserk. That's a weird move. Hey, Arizat. Thank you for the resub. I really appreciate your continued support. My very first subscriber has resubscribed. Feels good, man. So my opponent is playing the weirdest moves, and I guess in an attempt to confuse me. And it's kind of working. I'm in a position that I'm not normally in, but I feel like I wouldn't be in this position. Like the only reason this position's good, I mean, okay, like what am I trying to say? The reason I'm uncomfortable here is because my position is much better than it normally would be in the middle at this point in the chess game. Yeah, like he's just playing weird moves just to try to get people off balance. He's finally moving his pieces. So I'm up a pawn. This is good news. I think I'll move my bishop and castle on the same side as him, actually. With this pawn here, I don't want to go this way, especially not having a dark squared bishop. So let's go ahead and get that done. This comes with tempo on his pawn. Although I'm not even sure if I took that bishop that I could. If I took that pawn, could I save my bishop? Like he plays g3, and yeah, I get 2 pawns for the bishop, but it's probably not worth it. Even if they're in front of his king. Okay. So yeah, White's position seems really bad to me. It's not something you normally want when you're planning the opening phase of the game. Um, of course. The pawn's pinned. I can't do that. Jeez. Okay, maybe I can pin the rook. Do something like this. Because he goes here and then I go there. Maybe I can win this back, I'm not sure. Hmm. So even taking here doesn't work because he just recaptures with a knight. Maybe if I go here and then take there. So now he's guarding it with his queen as well. Congratulations, Hubert. Yeah, the end of the school year just came. Good deal. You graduated from like from high school or from college? Okay, so now he only has 2 pieces for the rook, which I guess he didn't need to do, but I guess I'm not sure. I'm not sure what really why he did that, to be honest. Let's go here. I guess he has like 3 pawns as well. 2 pawns. Because I have 3, he has 5. So 2 pawns and 2 pieces for a rook. That's got to be winning, right? But I'll make him work for it. All right, let's connect my rooks again. Maybe doubling here is fine. Maybe not. You don't know the English word for it. Oh, okay. Well, it's generally like high school, which is the first 12 years, and then college is the next 4 years. So what's he trying to do? Does this do anything? Like, it doesn't seem so. Oh, a different system. Oh, okay. So I have a lot more time than him. I don't know why I'm moving so quickly. Actually, I should start thinking a little bit more. Um, okay, starting now. So what squares do I have for my queen? I have this square. That's actually literally the only square I have for my queen. Well, that's a shame. There's nothing really to think about here. I can't go anywhere else with my queen. Like literally nowhere else. Okay, so queen here is forced. Upper secondary school. Okay. Yeah, so that's probably more of an English term. So that means high school in America. Yeah. So yeah, congrats. Good deal. So wait, I can get the 2 pieces now. So I take, and then the material is basically even, right? I mean, he has the extra pawns, but he's been dropping material like crazy, so um this also looks like a strong move because it attacks this and this. He has to come back here. Hmm. What to do? Do I take the knights or do I try to attack his king? I mean, he has an easy defense for it, so let's just take the knights while we can. I'm not seeing a way to win my loose rook here at the end of that. So here, here, and then there's forced. So the queen looks misplaced there. I wonder if I have a perpetual now. I think I either have a perpetual or he has to create some weaknesses in his structure. Yeah, so like here, and he'd have to weaken this. All right, I don't have much time. I'm a little bit concerned about this check. Oh, what can I do about that? I guess rook here. But then he has rook here. That's okay. I didn't want to trade queens just to, because I don't want it to. I don't want it to become too simple. Like he should still have to work for this win. Yeah, because now it looks like I might have perpetual. Okay. Yeah, he's trying to play for a win here and keeps dropping stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, right? Because if you spend most of the game coming up with all this, like, and he's down so much time here that he really should just take the draw. Like at this point, he's just gonna lose on time. It's kind of funny. Like he had so many chances there to offer a draw, or just. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to laugh at my opponent or anything, but that's I don't know the behavior at the end there. Like he's been up material for a long time, and he felt like he should have won that game right, but not like that. Not when you have 2 seconds. Thanks, Hirik. Thanks, Arizona. Okay, hopefully I can get another game here. Got 2 wins on the board, 2.5. 5 points. I'm in the top 60 out of 400. Not too bad. Top 20%. But you can see all the people playing in the tournaments. You get all the ratings, right? There's a 1300. There's a 1400. He's won a couple of games. There's a 1300. You can see that. Okay. Okay. Time to start playing. All right. So now here, this is why I play, right? This is why I play a tournament because I wouldn't normally play against the 2100 very often, unless it's one of you guys in stream. Okay. So I'm gonna play Sicilian. And I also like it because they give me time odds. um, so I may or may not have chances against this guy. Oh, that's a weird move. I've never seen that before. I think I'll take with the knight just to avoid the structure. So he gets like an Alpin Sicilian with tempo because I've wasted some time. That's interesting. I've never seen this line before in my life. Okay, so I'm gonna play into like a dragon, I guess. Okay. The wing gambit. Yeah. Okay, so apparently it even has a name, but I've just not seen it. It's pretty cool. I've not seen any gambit hardly that you can take with a piece. Like normally the gambit is only when they're deflecting your pawns or something. Um, so you basically got a gambit there to win some time on the chessboard. Pretty cool. I feel like I survived the gambit pretty well. I mean, I don't know what compensation white has other than the strong center. Um, Pretty interesting. And my queen is trapped if I take the knight, right? Can't take the knight. So I take the rook, give my queen some breathing room. But I give up the c file. That's a problem. Okay, but now I can take the knight, I think. So I'm up on time. I have a lot of time here. I need to go ahead and use it. Appreciate that. There's not too many people actually that says that they like my style, so you must be in the minority. Okay, so he's wanting to trade queens, which is odd to me because I had the queenside majority, 2 versus 1. I can't say I recommend. I don't know. Like he's gonna have to prove some really good in-game theory. Like maybe he's just saying his domination of the C file and the center is enough. I don't know. I need to activate my bishop and my knight. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, so plan for the endgame. The idea is like mission push pawns here. So how do I accomplish that? I need my minor pieces to support these squares around in front of my pawns. So I need to get my knight, for example, over this way. That's going to be tricky. He's got all the squares covered with his bishops, right? I feel like it's safe to start getting my king involved. Like there's not. I mean, once the queens are off, the king can be a fighting piece, right? So maybe I should think about that. Maybe my king can cover these squares. My rook can leave the back rank. Because right now the pawn push doesn't do any good because b5 will just lose a pawn, right? So I have to prepare all that with getting my kingside pieces active. So the question is how to accomplish that. I mean, knight here to here. No, because this is guarded by the rook. Boy. I guess that's why because it's going to take a long time for me to do something with my pieces. I guess, that's probably his point, right? Knight here to here could do something. Fight for the light squares. I guess that's better than nothing. Right now, knight here loses this pawn because he takes, I take, and then he takes this pawn. So I have to play king here first. So let's try that. All right. So he's activating his rook. That's good. I think pawn up tries to save the pawn, but then he has bishop here, and then this pawn falls. And then rook here loses this pawn. So yeah, I think my extra pawn is toast. So knight here and here again would at least pick up the light squared bishop. So that's something. And maybe I'm actually losing both of these pawns now that I see this. Oh boy. Oh, I can go here temporarily. So pawn up, he moves the bishop, and then knight here. So I'm no longer up a pawn. This guy's outplayed me in the endgame. So knight here, he goes here, attacking my rook, and I can play here. If he goes back even further, I can step off this pawn because it's not under attack any longer. Let's try that. That's a good square for my knight for now. I still need to activate my bishop though. Oh, I can't step up actually because he has this check. And then, yeah, that's actually kind of devastating. So I'm losing this pawn now. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I didn't calculate that properly. I thought when he had rook up, I just moved here, but then he has this move, and that is game over actually. So now he has this outside pass pawn, and I'm lost, basically. I can play knight here actually to threaten the rook, so that if he takes here, I take here. Actually, that's something. Let's do that. Oh no, I'm actually losing a piece now. Yeah, because he takes my rook, I take his rook, but then he takes my knight. that's That's bad. And yeah, he's really good, obviously. So I kind of expected to lose, but I lost in a really interesting way. The reason I lost is because my minor pieces on the king side sucked, and it's because he blocked off the center, and my bishop was terrible behind my pawn, and my knight took too long to try to get into the game. It had to go. It had to make like one, two, three, four moves before it even felt like it was even doing something. And even when it did something, I was losing a piece, right? So good game, Magnus. Magnus Johnson. Wow. Hats off to him. That's a pretty cool plan in that opening, the wing gambit. I have to look that up. See, there must be a better way for black to thanks. I mean, I tried, right? But yeah, good game to him really, mostly. And yeah, I need to look up that opening because if I'm going to play the Sicilian, I have to deal with all these kind of sidelines. All right. So I'm pared down a little bit now. A little bit more risk. All right, King's Gambit. Or not King's Indian. All right, so I'm going to play my Samish. The King's Indian is white. That's called the King's Indian attack, and that's a real opening. There's an international master who plays on Twitch who says that he plays the King's Indian or the King's Indian attack all the way until he became like a master. Like it's a good enough opening as white. You can play it against anything. Night Frozen Lake. Hey, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Night of Frozen Lake. I think I've seen you before on Twitch. You like to go over Bobby Fischer games, right? I was actually watching you recently. That's a cool stream idea, actually, going over Grandmaster games. Yeah, yeah. So if you guys haven't checked out Night of Frozen Lake, go be sure to give him a follow. It's just lock this up. He just resigned. Oh man, that was not a position to resign in. The material was equal. I mean, yeah, he's cramped, right? But that's not a resignable position. Yeah, so he's losing a pawn if he goes here, and his knight doesn't have any other square to go to. Yeah, but losing a pawn, that's not okay. You guys got to learn from this. Even if you're a 1200, 1000 player and you're in a position like this, don't resign. That's terrible. You want to resign until there's nothing left to hope for. Yeah. No, I understand Night of Frozen Lake. I mean, yeah, going over Grandmasters games like that, it can't be that popular. I can't imagine too many people wanting to watch that, but I think it's cool and I like to watch it. So, whenever I see you online, I try to tune in. Because I don't go over enough Grandmaster games myself, and at least watching someone else go over Grandmaster games is better than not doing anything with other GM games. Okay, so Queen's Pawn. Hey, Fonza. Welcome back. All right, classical Queen's Gambit declined. Play knight f3 here. A6 seems an odd move. I'll have to check that after the game, maybe. It's odd for me to be out of book on move 3. But maybe this is just a bad move, I don't know. Yeah, so he's just playing bad moves to get me out of book, I guess. So I'll take here and then play e4. Kind of open the position up a little bit. He hasn't moved a single piece, so this ought to be good for me. Banzakuri, this is not Amsterdam, but this is a trance radio station, so uh-oh, what happened? Yeah. So yeah, we're not. I don't think some request is turned on, but if anybody wants to do that, we can. Yeah, mostly. Wow, you're just trading. Okay. Yeah, for now I just have the trance radio on, and we can do song requests later if someone's interested. Well, okay, so it's a trance radio, but this is called. It's on YouTube. It's Vocal Trance Music Radio. So. All right, so he's catching up in development really quickly. He's just got 2 more moves, and then he's fully developed. So I'd like to think about something to attack him right away. My knight's probably good on this square. It's a secondary weakness. And it inhibits the development of his bishop. So let's go ahead and move this here now. Oh, sure. Yeah, Fonza. No, it's okay. So the title of the YouTube video is this. It's a live YouTube radio, basically. Like, YouTube has live, like something similar to Twitch. So some people on YouTube do that live thing for radio. Actually, I just realized this pawn was hanging. So let's move this bishop and try to defend that. Bishop here is probably okay. No problem. Okay. I didn't want to put his bishop here, so all right. And then bishop here is not a problem. I'll just move my knight. Although I have to calculate because I can't take because the knight's pinned. So take and then just rook takes, right? Seems fine. It'd be nice if his knight moved away. I could think about this knight check. Yeah, he's got like 3 different pieces on there though, so that would be a long combination if that worked. Not sure if this is safe yet. So knight takes and then rook takes. It seems okay. So I was telling the chat earlier in the stream, I'm doing something different with the music now, with my settings in OBS, so that my recordings will no longer have the music. So on YouTube, for example, I can upload all of these games or any of these games without any of the copyrighted music, and yeah. So I'll have a record of all the games that I'm playing with the commentary and the exact same thing on that you're seeing on Twitch, except without the live music. So, um, and was that pawn really hanging? Oh, the knight was defending that pawn, wasn't it? Oh boy. And now, and now all this stuff is hanging. Ouch. Okay, so I take here. Boy, what do I do here? I guess I gotta take the queen because that's the only way to stop things from hanging. Oh, but then actually I have this fork. Oh, nice. Check this out. So takes, 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 takes. I have this fork. He can do the same thing actually. Um, but I go first. I don't know if that helps me. Hmm. What if there's something I could do with my rook? Like, is a switch to help that out? Oh yeah, actually both of these minor pieces would be loose. I could just go here. I think I'm winning material. So now I go here. And if he forks me while I'm taking this, um, then I just I win 2 pieces for the rook. It's all good. Okay, now rook here should win material, I think. So now I'm threatening like 3 different things. Hey Rick, I do. So I'm gonna start uploading there a little bit more, but for now it's oh, it must be case sensitive. Come on, Moobot. Moobot has let me down. What's going on? Added command YouTube. Did I not enable it or something? Okay, Moobot. Command list. Now I gotta fix this problem in Moobot here. Oh, there's just nothing on it. Okay. I didn't save it. Alright, so text Chris has a YouTube channel here. So now I gotta find the link to my YouTube channel. And it's still my opponent's move. Okay. Okay, Irzat, thanks for joining. There we go. Now Moobot knows about my YouTube channel and can tell you guys about it. Okay, so he's attacking my piece. I think I'll just take this knight, and then if he takes my bishop, I take here. I mean, I just fork him, right? I could also just fork right away. That seems better, because if he takes, I can just take, right? Oh, but then he can pin my knight, actually. So I'd have to take this way. I will see what happens. I don't. Yeah, in Blitz or whatever, you don't have time to calculate all of this out. So you just do whatever you can. So now I'm up the exchange. So maybe I had better there because it seemed like he was losing a piece, not just the exchange. I don't know. Surprised he didn't take this pawn. That's weird. Okay. So I need to do something about. I mean, he has a mate threat here. So I think I go rook here actually to defend that, and I'm also threatening checkmate. So he can't check me now this way. Okay, but now how does he defend his king? Oh no, does he have perpetual? Oh my god, I just gave him a draw. I did not consider that move at all. Yeah, I think he has a draw here. Because if I go here, it's checkmate. That's disappointing. Boy. When you have the right music, listening, when you're listening to the right music, a loss doesn't feel so bad. I mean, I didn't lose that game, but I didn't win. So that's unfortunate. Okay. So I'm paired down. I have to prove and go ahead and try to fight for a win here. He's going to play his first move. Home shake. It's your turn, buddy. Wow, you waited until the very last second. So I could berserk this guy. I'm not that good at berserking, but I think I'm gonna take a risk here just for fun. So let's go ahead and try it. Of course, he plays something weird. That doesn't look good. I could play his knight here, his queen here. Yeah. Well, that was quick. Okay. 3 points for that one because I gave half my time away. Okay, got another game. I'm paired up this time. Okay, good. Maybe this guy will berserk. I'll give him a while to think about berserking, just the same as my opponent gave me a while. Last game. 9, 8, 7, and go. Not gonna go to the very last second. Okay, so this guy's not berserking. It's nice, I guess. I mean, I kind of wish he would have, but oh, he's playing the Benoni. Ah. Oh no, he's not. He's playing this gambit. What's this called? The Smith Mora? No, Smith Mora is something else. The Banco Gambit. Yeah, thanks, Hubert. I don't know all the openings. Oh, right. There's that. Okay. Hmm. What do I do about my bishop? Actually, I can play this move. Maybe I should go ahead and play this while I have a chance. I don't know. Just seems like fun. Where's this queen go? Like it has to go here or here. Um, and on here I have a fork. Oh, it go all the way back. Okay, that works too. All right. So now that that's taken care of, maybe the knight can come back this way. Then I lose my dark square bishop. Poor thing. So maybe I mean, okay, so I got two problems, right? I gotta defend this pawn, and I gotta deal with my dark square bishop. And if I go here, he can just take it off with his knight. But to protect the pawn, he takes this off with his knight. Um, and stepping back this way to defend the pawn just seems wrong. Maybe I have to do it. I don't know. All right. I'm losing that pawn too. Just dropping all the pawns. More popular than the Benoni. Yeah, that could be. That could very well be. But it starts out like the Benoni, so that's what confused me. I've played against a lot of people who play the Benoni, so um, hmm. Maybe rook here. Ah, stay healthy, bot. Reminded me to drink my water. Thanks very much. Hmm. So now if I take this pawn, he has a discovery on my queen, but I'm not seeing much to do with the knight that is really scary. I could take it with my queen actually. I'll just take it with the queen. Avoid the discovery nonsense. So the material's even, but I have an outside pass pawn. Um, so I'm feeling good about my position actually. I could just like my pieces feel really discombobulated. Like I need to I need to like rearrange them somehow and get my rook behind my passed pawn. And I don't know. I don't know how easy that it's going to be, but we'll see. Making a new project. It's based on playing against engines. Okay, so now I can ruin his pawn structure. I think I should do that. I use my opening repertoire, but I give this repertoire to engine and play against him. I'm acting like my opponent. Ah, so that you can find out what the engine recommends for the opening? That's kind of cool, actually. So knight here avoids the rook on the second, and then maybe I can move my bishop and then rook behind the pawn finally. It also attacks this pawn. And it also drops this pawn. Okay, so yeah, I guess it's not the end of the world. I also could have taken this pawn. No, I couldn't have actually because this bishop falls. For some year, I'll publish a series of opening books based on these games. Huh. Well, that's cool. Well, at least make a website. I don't know about selling a book anymore, but a website should work out. Okay, so I'm going to take this pawn probably. That's cool. The and computers are actually they play just fine against I mean they play fine in the opening. Like it used to be that computers really sucked in the opening. And they had to use opening books to get a real game. But I think now Stockfish plays against Grandmasters without any opening books and does just perfectly. So okay, so I want to move this bishop out. This looks active. It attacks the defender of this pawn. The more I trade down, the stronger I feel like this pass pawn is going to be. As long as I get behind it, and once I move my bishop, I will be able to get behind it. So this move also is worth considering. It keeps the attack going on this pawn. Maybe that's better. Yeah, let's do that. You found completely new, strong ideas playing against engines never played before. That's cool. I mean, that's really what you want. Really, in your opening repertoire, you want some like new ideas to play against people in tournaments. That's yeah, well done, well done. So yeah, but here's the thing though, right? Like, do you understand why the computer made that move? Like for me, yeah, you might find something with the computer, but understanding why the computer made that move and what their plan is, oh boy, it's like trying to understand Grandmaster games. Sometimes it's really obtuse, hard to understand. Okay, so I want to make some breathing room for my king. Um, Probably a light square would be useful. So maybe like playing g3. Also, when I get behind my pawn and start pushing. I think with both of these knights here, that's going to be a little bit difficult. Maybe here I can threaten to take off one of the knights. Use the Smirnoff methodology to understand engine moves. Oh, that's cool. All right, so 255 and 439. I should probably start playing faster. I'm going to pre-move this recapture. Hmm. So he allows this check. But then I guess king here, for example, or no, even yeah, king here is fine. I'd have to move my bishop back, and then my bishop is tied down to that knight. That wouldn't be good. Um, so maybe bishop here again. Just looking for trades. I don't know that I can play this in game as well as he can, but um, I don't know. I feel like my chances are there, just because I know that the advantage of the b pawn here. He has his own pass pawn, which I have to be careful about. Yeah, since watching that series of lessons, How to Think Like a Grandmaster, by Smirnov, I haven't actually looked at any Grandmaster games, so maybe I should go back and see if it might help me to understand their moves a little bit better. So I think he has to use his rook to defend this, and then I can play my rook here. And then as soon as I make my flight square, this will actually be a threat. Imagine the front page like this: image, me, chessboard, Sicilian beauties, and the name of Sicilian beauties: Miss Stockfish, Miss Kimono. Oh, that's funny. You're saying Sicilian like the Italian woman. That's hilarious. Okay, so he's attacking my pawn. I can take his and trade. That might be a way to fight for a draw, because it's 3-on-3 on both on the king side. If I was to try to fight for a win, I could play rook here and still have the attack on his pawn, or maybe in rook here. So, and I think you're always supposed to play for a win, so I might as well go like this. Oh, Silicon. Oh, I misread your title. Okay, I thought you said Sicilian beauties, not Silicon beauties. Okay, I got you. Yeah, nice. Okay, rook here. Guard some squares from the knight. Can actually make a flight square with tempo and then win this pawn, I think. I'm not winning, actually. It's just a trade. But I think I will make the flight square with tempo. The knight has to go back here or here, maybe even here. Okay. So he puts me in check, but I can attack his knight again. Okay, he's starting to come in here, I guess. His pawn being passed, I feel like it's better than mine, so decided to go ahead and make that trade. Okay, and I want to stop this move. How do I do that? Maybe knight here? Check first. And then knight here. But then he's got king here. Okay, check again. Oh, king here. Oh, and I'm just dead. I'm just dead lost now. Oh, so disappointing. Just misplayed the ending. Like I was trying to get activity against his king, and his king just killed me. Okay, Hirek. Glad you could make it to the stream. I appreciate that. I only have 15 seconds here. Yeah, I hope I can draw. I don't know. Not with 12 seconds left. You know? Darn. Yeah, I just lost on time. Um, I had to move. I had to move like my king here to avoid being checkmated. Maybe knight here actually saved because I can just come back this way. Yeah. Yeah, that's true actually, Fonza. I've had that problem streaming actually when someone will ask me like, "Hey, I really like this song. What is it?" And I'll just look at YouTube and go, "I have no idea." So, but one thing I noticed actually on past VODs is that this music, it's either not copyrighted or I don't know. Twitch doesn't care. Like this, none of this music is flagged as copyrightable, muted or whatever. Okay, still some time left in the tournament, uh, and then yeah, we'll keep playing. Yeah, thanks, Hero. We'll see you again tomorrow. So 11 points, 75 out of 650. Yeah, again, top 20%, top 15% really. But I haven't gotten any kind of streak or anything. It's too bad. People who late join get paired up with lower rated players. They get a streak. Hmm. Can I get another game, please? Oh, that's cool. Glad you like it, Fonzo. All right, we got a game. Paired up a little bit. Siriksan. I'm gonna play my first move. I'm gonna go on a quick break. I'm gonna turn the AC on here. It's getting kind of hot. I'll be right back. What in the world is this? D6. Okay. Well, I have no idea what this is. D6 and C6. You're just moving a bunch of pawns here. Um. Yeah, or he does, and he's just trying to play out a book. So I just need to open up the center at this point. I feel like this move deserves some attention. Maybe I should play F4 first. Well, I didn't play it for the same reason as you, but I did play it. So either this way or this way. Probably this way. Trying to open up the center. I can keep opening up. That activates his bishop, though. I don't know. Maybe it's better to just push here. Yeah. Hey, I'm on the same page as you, Fonza. I didn't even see your suggestion before I was thinking to play that. Because, yeah, taking here would be a mistake, right? That's another thing that Smirnov likes to say, is that to take is a mistake. So takes, and then he would have some pressure. I also like the idea of knight coming in. Interesting. What is he doing? So maybe a pawn here now? I don't know. I want to be able to take back with a c pawn in case he ever takes this way. I'll leave this tension. Just leave the tension. So bishop here probably. Just develop. And that makes queen b6 impossible, so that this move seems stronger. The queen b3 is an idea coming up. Okay, so maybe he wants to castle. I'd like to stop that, right? With bishop here. It seems like a good plan. He's not really threatening anything with the knight. I mean, he could come in here, which would be a good post, but I could just trade it off. He can come here. That doesn't do much there, though. Let's keep the king in the center. And if he plays like this, maybe I'll just step in this way. I can play my rook here. Yeah, so bishop here. I'm a little bit concerned about it getting trapped, like after c5. So bishop here and then bishop back. I mean, I have to come back, or pawn here and then bishop back. What do I do actually? I guess there's a check, but I don't know. What else is there to do, really? I guess actually bishop here, I would have the square for my knight, wouldn't I? And then I'm threatening to come in this way. Yeah, so he can't play this because of this. So queen here, he has bishop or pawn there. But then I can play my knight in. Yeah. Let's do that. So actually now it looks like he's getting 2 pieces for the rook, which it's not ideal, is it? But his king is stuck in the center, so there's probably something there. Um, and the pawns are kind of locked in the center now, so might actually be difficult to expose his king. Maybe a move like b4. Whoa, what is that? He didn't take either one of these pieces. So I could just take this pawn, but he's taking my knight. Or my, yeah. So can I just like step in this way? Or take his knight and then take here? So if I take here and he takes here, takes, I can actually take there. Oh no, I can't because he's got 2 different things. Okay. But then they're like knight. I don't know. Wow, this position is so complex. Um, so you're saying pawn to e5 here. That saves my bishop, and then I'm at the exchange. Yeah, I kind of like that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think we got this one. So I mean, I can trade queens, and I'm up like a piece and a rook here. Um, this has got to be good for me. So a3 is now a threat. Oh, sorry, h3. I'm not sure, Fonza. Concentrating too much on the positional elements, like the way Smirnov does, I feel like my tactics go by the wayside. So I'm still trying to learn the balance between looking at all the positional stuff and then the tactics on the board. So I feel like I'm learning, but finding the right balance of spending the time looking at the position versus looking at the tactics is a challenge. Yeah. So you can see my my this is my rapid reading. It was over 1900 recently. So, I'm trying to do these like positional type things and my rating has been falling. Like it's fallen over 100 points so far. But anyway, I think I'm losing for interesting reasons now. I can't take this pawn. Yeah. That's what I said. He couldn't take this pawn. But yeah, I don't know. Like I'm losing in different ways. I'm not losing because I just lost a piece or something. Or maybe I am. Like I'm not losing on position. That's what I'm trying to say. Not so much. So I think it is improving because I'm losing in for different reasons. So I'm just gonna take every single one of this guy's pawns, see if he'll resign eventually. I don't know. Okay, finally he's resigned. Okay, wow. So I beat that 1800 player. So that makes me feel better about my rating, about my playing strength. Like he just completely disrespected me as far as the opening went, and I showed that I knew what I was doing when I'm playing against someone who doesn't do openings. So, like I think he moved like 5 or 6 pawns in a row. I mean that kind of play can't go unpunished, you know. So I'm glad I was able to take care of that. Oh, you have a rapid. So now you have a rapid FIDE rating. That's cool. What was the time control of that tournament? Oh, 15. Okay, cool. It's a good time control. I played a lot of 15-minute chess. It's too bad Lichess doesn't have a 15-minute button with no increment. Oh, by the way, Fonzo, I found some Foxy videos that I want to watch and make studies as Lichess for my opening repertoire. So I'll have those studies as a reference in the future. So yeah, I appreciate the recommendation to check out Foxy. Hey, nice work. 23:58. That's in 15 minutes. That's impressive. Right. Yeah, anyone 23 and up is a master, FIDE master. Well, that's great. So how did you get a rating of 2143 having beaten 2 masters? Did you lose to some like lower rated players? Oh, okay. Ouch. Yeah, this hurts. I didn't see that coming. No, that's fine. My email address, my actual email address is below the stream in the information there. It's spelled out. It's not in like a machine readable format. So if you want to contact me by email, feel free. Oh, I didn't expect that. I felt like queen takes this pawn was stronger. This leaves me with the center. Maybe he was worried about me taking this pawn or something. I'm just gonna castle. My, he's hitting all my pawns. Okay. I think I would rather lose this one. Because losing this one means I still have 2 pawn islands, whereas losing this one I would have 3. So let's go here. And maybe I can go here and actually pick up this pawn. Well, maybe not. Music is getting exciting. It wasn't quite this way earlier. Fonza. Okay. I'm not sure what happened. I guess you pressed the caps lock again. It was only 10 seconds, so. Okay, yeah, I just saw that message. I'll check it. I'll check it afterwards. So I'm a pawn down in this endgame. Yeah, this is a tricky one. I'm not really sure what to play for. I mean, all of the squares on this side of the board are covered by his pawns. Can do this whole weak square analysis thing. We have a secondary weakness here. Okay, so he just created a weakness here. So maybe rook here and here is a plan. He can't play here because I take this pawn. And after I go here, how does he defend this pawn? He can move this pawn, but then like this becomes really weak. I could nestle my rook in there. I'm hoping my bishop, my rook isn't completely out of play. Like pawn here and rook here. Oh, that works too, I guess. So I can play rook here and then rook here, and I've got the queen side locked up really well, actually. Okay, I want to stop his king. Oh, but then I lose this pawn. Okay, so let's just move my king up just to guard this square. Right, yeah, I'll check it after the stream, Fonza. I don't want his king coming in either here, so I'm going to put my king here. So that guards these squares. So I can put my rook back because I want to be able to swing to the king side, and also I want to be able to attack this pawn. So I think I'm just playing for a draw here. I'm just trying to make it so that he can't make any progress with his extra pawns. Like it feels like it feels like two extra pawns over here, but I have, he has, let's see, there's this open file. So he has the one half open file and I have two, right? It's because he has two extra pawns here and I have the one extra pawn here. So, okay. So I'm going to make everything as difficult as possible for him to try to make progress. It's a complex rook and pawn endgame. He's definitely playing for a win here. That's obvious. But this is pretty risky because it allows me to pick up these pawns, you know. The thing is, right now I'm the only one with a passed pawn, which is a consequence of this whole thing that he did earlier. So like if I was able to get the rooks off the board, I feel like I would be doing okay here, because then my pawn would be really strong. So here, let's just calculate for a sec. If he takes and then takes, he goes here, and then like his king has to guard this pawn always, right? So my king would be able to go around and eat some other stuff, but he can actually blockade with this. So maybe it has to do with the opposition, but I have more squares to triangulate over here, and he doesn't. So I think this move is safe, actually. And if he doesn't trade, then I'm just putting my rook here on an active square. Ooh. Ouch. Yeah, so now he has passed pawns all day long. So the pawn count is even, but I don't know if I can make this into a draw or not. See, if I take here, I don't know if I can come back in time to stop this. So this forces the trade of rooks, and I think it actually forces a draw, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know. My pawn captures, and then I can promote. And actually, my king can stop at least one of his pawns. Let's see what happens. I think we might be in a draw here, because like my king can stop his pawns, and his king can stop mine, and neither of us can make progress. Yeah, I feel like I've made a draw against this 1950 now. Hey, with black even. But this is just a draw. We're just gonna go back and forth, and he's gonna go like this. Sweet. That was a nice draw. Yeah, I don't know. Like I was really worried there for a minute about those passed pawns, but then once I realized I could trade rooks, yeah, it didn't become a big deal. Good deal. Okay. Playing against a Tertul, 1922, also from the USA. All right. Hmm. That's a free pawn. And a mate threat. If queen back, I actually have this fun move. Maybe I can get some rating points back in this tournament. So feels good, man. Wow. So he has to defend like this, maybe. Oh my god! And now I have this move. Pitting the queen, and if he takes, it's mate. GG. Good deal. This guy rage quit, or I guess he's thinking. Yeah, I mean, I saw that. I saw that when I took this pawn. Like, how does he defend this? If he goes here, that was probably better, honestly. Because then this move doesn't really do much. But this, here. So yeah, this move he probably just didn't want to trade queens. That's why he didn't want to play that. So it's a tempting thing. Okay, so he plays here. So I take his queen, take it with check, and then I take his rook. This bishop looks pretty dead. If rook here, bishop here. I guess bishop back is okay. That looks awkward. I guess queen here also worked. Actually, probably queen here was better. Now that I look at it, because it attacked the rook, the bishop, and this bishop. Plus 13. Just lose pieces for days. This guy. Still not resigning. Not sure what he thinks he can do here. Still not resigning. Come on, guy. Either play or resign. Oh, he just takes his pawn. Okay, back to tournament. Actually, there's no more games. Yeah, the last game wouldn't even come anywhere close to finishing with only 4 minutes left. So that's gonna be the end of that tournament. Looks like I'm in 60 something, like 60th, tied for 60th right now. So 60 out of 757, top 10%. Not too bad. It's a pretty good end to this into the tournament actually. These last couple of games, I got a win against. Let's see. I got a win against an 1800. I drew a 1950, and then a win against a 1922. Yeah, that's a nice end to the tournament. I might actually I don't know. I feel good about those games actually. Maybe this whole positional balance thing is helping me out. Because I feel like a lot of the reason why I won some of those games was because of the opponents disrespecting the whole opening phase of the game, uh, not thinking I could take advantage of it positionally. But yeah. I don't know. The Echo, he played this Gambit thing. That's probably a solid Gambit. Like, I don't know anything about it, but I felt like I had more than I should have out of that. So, anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. The chat is dead. It has been for some time. And yeah, go ahead and quit while I'm ahead after those 2 wins and a draw. So, um, you know what? Since I have the 5 viewers, I might as well send them over to a new stream. So if the 5 of you who are still here wanna hang out for a minute, we'll go ahead and all go to the same channel. So let's see if anyone who I'm following. Yeah, let's raid Pepe Lu really quick. So just the one raider now. Okay.